All right. So somebody say something.
Testing,
We're just kind of
testing.
staring you awkwardly.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Well, I'm now beginning to feel a little awkward. What's going on here?
You got a
You're
basket.
gross.
Huh?
You got a basket.
Well, being with all you guys, that's easy.
How you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling very satisfied.
Very happy.
Very happy.
Cameras rolling?
Camera's rolling.
Let's not do
Yeah.
that. No, I mean that's hey, wait a minute. How about you guys come over here? It's a little intimidating.
Pretend like it's not there.
Well, I do know it's there now. I mean, it's like the elephant in the roof. You said, "Hey, look at the camera and look at the birdie." Hi.
Well, listen, let's kick it off. Okay.
Are we mourning the passing of somebody?
No, we're going to celebrate.
Do you guys know something I don't know? Okay,
Yeah, so we're going to celebrate. So we gathered here today, right? We want to, first off,
sounds like a eulogy.
on behalf of the whole family, thank you for your extreme generosity
Oh, easy.
Here, here.
You're welcome.
and
Here,
taking the
here.
time to plan this wonderful experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We would clap over all
Hey,
the
guys.
wine glasses.
Yeah.
Hey, you know something? It's been wonderful, and the neat thing about it, I mean, it's hard to believe, but it's been damn near a year since we first talked about it. I think at least we started talking about it in August.
You have to let them talk.
Well, we thought this would go an hour, but we didn't figure in your comments in between.
Oh, okay.
Getting more tape.
We got limited film or
Yes.
something. Okay,
Yeah.
all
There's
right.
only 8 terabytes of memory in there.
Yeah. So
You think I could fill that?
Easily.
So there's a reason, there's a purpose for us gathering here as well.
So we're here to thank you, but we're here also for all of us, your family, to share with you how much we love you and why we love you guys, and to share some special memories.
Get the Kleenex out.
So this is going to be fun. It's not going to be all night. We're going to just keep it brief, but we're going to tell you guys how much we love you and share some special memories. How does that sound?
Great.
Sounds pretty good.
Okay, there we go. And we are going to do this by birth order, which means numero uno is up to bat first.
Yeah.
Who, me?
No,
me.
No, Ron.
No, I'm going to start it off. We've each been
I know,
allotted.
but he was just looking at me, and I'm saying,
We've each been allotted 2 minutes, okay? So my comments, we said to everyone, think about your most memorable times with mom and dad, grandma and papa, and talk about it a little bit for a couple minutes and talk about why it's so memorable. You know, what does it mean to you? So I had a lot of areas to go with, you know. As you guys sit out there, I'm a little older than most of you, 20 to 30 years. Even though you couldn't tell by the way we're doing sports today, right? But I had a lot of things to think about, a lot to choose from, and what I wanted to do was come back to the things that I talk most about with my family, with my friends, and comment on that. And when I came down, it's all about exposure. So what does that mean?
What we introduced you to.
is this a Q&A?
Yeah,
Oh,
this is your chance.
wow. All right.
What I mean by exposure, I'm going to go way back to growing up 6, 7, 8, 9, right, Mom?
Oh, boy.
Exposure to things like playing the piano, things like Hebrew school,
Oh, yeah.
things like the acoustic guitar lessons. That's exposure. Now, that's not my great memory. My memory is that thank you for exposing me. I didn't really enjoy it as much as maybe some kids, but that didn't stop for both of you from letting me do sports every single day, every single year. That's what I enjoyed, and you didn't cram it down my throat. So,
Well, we appreciate the fact that you didn't take up the acoustic
All right.
guitar and,
Richard.
and some of these other things. So it's kind of a blessing for all of us. Yes.
yeah,
Sit back and enjoy.
But listen, the exposure to those things is meaningful, but not my cup of tea. So you guys let me follow what I want to do. That's important. I don't realize it back then, but you realize it when you have kids of your own, right, Sophia? I know you enjoyed softball as much as I did. but those are moments that you think about in the past when you're talking about your childhood, and that shaped you. That shaped me. So thank you. The family trips that we took in the outdoors. We went camping every single year. We went to Grandma Louise's house every single year. That's exposure in a different way, but that was great family moments that we shared together that helped shape, like I think it led to the boys' trips, right? We talk a lot about the boys' trips, Mom, which you gave extreme support to, all of us going almost every single year, being gone and trying these different things. When you think about Zion, when you think about Tuolumne River, whitewater rafting in class 4 or 5 rapids, those are memorable experiences that you get shaped early on, and things that I'll never forget, and things that I talk a lot about. And I think, so thank you for that. And then most memorable for me is obviously when you think about Mount Whitney and Half Dome, sharing it with Chris, sharing it with you, Dad, at the age of what, 57, 59, 61. I mean, there's not too many people doing it at that age, but when I think about the hardest, the most rewarding, and the largest achievement, you know, I come back to those moments with us. And those are the things I cherish the most. Those are the things I talk about a lot. And you were 69 and 72.
Yeah.
69 and 72.
Yeah, those are wonderful, wonderful hikes. And the good news is we got a lot of pictures and stories from all that to share.
The thing about it is I remember those trips and these moments very vividly, like it was yesterday, and that's how you know they're really meaningful too.
Good.
So
I
I also made a promise to myself as I had these experiences, I would try to share that with my beautiful daughters as they grew up. Different experiences, new and like those that we had, and I think we've done a lot of that. We have many more to go. But, you know, I think the last thing I would say on exposure is that it goes back to the great words of Herman Winters.
Cool, Herman.
Sophie?
No.
If you don't take a chance,
You don't have a chance.
You don't have a chance. And that is kind of about exposure and being willing to try different things out in your life and create these memories, because we had to go outside of the box and do different things that we weren't comfortable with, and these happen to be some of the most memorable times of my life. So thank you very much.
Well, thank you.
Well said.
Oh. Thank you. I think Hermie should be. He get a hoot out of that. I tell you.
Wait, is Leonardo
Not coming through on that one, Hustle.
Huh? We have
Why is
Olive
that?
Garden catering.
Oh, okay.
What an insult. What a slap.
Free breadsticks and salad. So I was not allotted 2 minutes, I was allotted 2 terabytes. Ron talks of exposure to all these things. I really don't think I ever had exposure to anything. I was given art class.
You exposed yourself in the 3rd grade.
I'm sure I did, and it never stopped there. The things I learned from my dad. But no, I thought a lot about this, and you know, first of all, I just want to say that we're all here because of you two. You know, and you look at it and you say, all right, well, this is only the beginning, because we haven't even got to the the grandchildren and when that happens and so forth. But we're still a growing family, but we're all here because of you two. And as far as me, there's not one thing, 2 things, 3 things I could think about. You, Dad, you gave me my career. I was in the police academy and wasn't liking it, and you took me over to the park down the street from your house with a piece of paper and a pen and drew out the industry that you're in, the mortgage industry. You drew it out like a car salesman. This is how it works. Yeah, I remember that.
Thanks.
And well, I mean, it was, you just tried to explain it to me, and then you said, I know someone, and let me make a call. And here we are 33 years later, and I'm still in the business
We
doing
were
that.
out to dinner with them. Yeah.
Yeah, he's still Todd Selman. He's still out to dinner with him, and you
Well,
started my career.
You took the football and ran with it. We just made the simple thing of calling, but
Yeah, well,
you are what you are today because of your own initiative.
But let's not sell yourself short there. You still are well known in the industry, and people still ask me if I'm related to Richard Woolsey. And you've been retired for some time now, but you still made quite the contribution to the industry, and I owe you my career because you did that. And so I went second, which is fitting for my position, because with Ron growing up, and Chris and I, it's funny, we were just kind of talking about this last night, and it was funny because it was really part of my thing tonight. Ron, pretty much carte blanche. You learned, your first kid, you learned, you let him do it, everything you wanted. Everything you did wrong, I was the beneficiary of that. You can't do this, you can't do that. Ron had everything, I had a little. I was so little that I was known as number 2. To this day, I'm still, hey, number 2's on the phone. So that's where my position lies.
So who?
Yeah, number 2. But Dad and Mom, you always said that I was the daughter you never had.
No.
But at the same time, I look at that and I think to myself,
There's some truth.
we bonded. We bond in such a father-son way that I understand that. I really do. And a lot of people may not be as lucky to have a relationship that we have or that I have with you two. I love it. And I'm proud when I talk to people on the phone, friends, colleagues that I've known for 30 years, to tell them that I talk to my mom and dad practically every day. And they're jealous. And some of them who don't have parents say, I wish I did that. And I'm proud of it. And it's not something, I'm embarrassed.
So are we.
I'm 54 years old when I talk to my parents. I love it.
Yeah.
Because we don't have to have a reason to talk. We just talk.
Yeah, I
And-
agree.
I like that.
And Dad, you taught me how to be a father. And gosh, I hope my kids are half as good as I am, because that's
They
just
are.
when they become parents. Because I love the relationship we have. And I love that.
We do too.
Yeah, I love everything you've taught me in my life, from career advice to how to handle situations. I talk to Mom, and Mom's like, talk to your dad. Let's talk to your dad. Because Mom, you give me great advice and everything, and then it's like, talk to your dad. You remember all the times I have like issues with a job or whatever, it's like, talk to Dad. And I do. Because I know no matter what, Dad has the answers. And
A lot of credit.
and I raised my kids as you raised us, as being close, and as being a family, and as talking to each other. And we do. To this day, all of our kids talk to each other. And I love you both very much.
Thank you.
I love you too.
I got to thank you. I have to say one thing because Peg's not here, so
This
I
is
got
the
to
Oscar music.
thank you.
Yeah.
I know, really.
Yeah.
Peg's not here, so I got to say I said 2 terabytes. It's only been a half.
Yes, you did.
Peg's not here. She's obviously sick, so she asked me to say something, and I think this is very fitting because when I met Peg, we've been married. We're going on 33 years next month, and when I met her and we got married, before we got married, and she didn't have a relationship with her mom and dad like I have, and just like Dad taught me how to be a dad, I taught her really how to get close to her parents, and through the relationship we have, she grew really close to her mom and dad, very close. And her mom passed away about 11, 12 years ago, and I would think that if she wasn't in their lives like we are, like I brought to the table, like she learned from us, she might be in a situation where she would regret it not being that close to her parents.
Mm-hmm.
And she wanted me to tell you how much she loves you.
Thank
and
you.
thanks you for really
We feel the same.
everything you do, from letting her stay at the house every time she goes to work to just being her mom and dad. So she loves you very much.
We love her too.
That's it.
Thank you. Nice, Wiggy. Thanks, Wiggy.
Okay.
Right.
A couple of quick comments before I turn it over to
the younger generation. That's all of you. You guys excited? So a couple quick comments. First of all, thank you so much for this amazing week. It's been incredible. There's simply nothing more important than bringing family together like this, nothing more important on this earth. And by the looks of it, you have clearly spent Ron and Greg's inheritance doing so, not mine.
Waterford.
So in sharing a few things, I just want to say, first of all, how proud I am of this family, all of you. What a special group of people we have here, and to be family with everybody means the world to, I think, all of us. Mom, Dad, Ron, and Greg, you guys in particular, the one word that comes to my mind is loyalty for this family. Oh boy, I didn't think, okay. You guys have taught me the definition of loyalty for family. Mom and Dad clearly, and my brothers. Every year, I learn more about what that means and how important it is to be loyal to each other. And of course, then I married somebody who is also embodies that as well, and that means the world to me too. And so when I think about you guys, Mom and Dad, when I think about you both, in addition to loyalty, commitment to family comes to mind. The well-being and success of all of us comes to mind. And I know that at times that means getting in the weeds of our lives a little bit. But I know that's because it's out of love and because you want the very best for all of us. Mom, as far back as I can remember, you taught me how to advocate for myself. One of the early memories is when I got a C on a poetry assignment in high school. And I thought I did better than that. You called a parent-teacher conference. And we argued, how can you give somebody a C on a poem when it's personal?
In his eye.
Okay. You also taught me not to stand up for bullshit, even from authority figures. I remember Mr. Sherman, my science teacher, was pronouncing my name Woosley. Has anyone ever had that before? Okay.
Feeling a bit woozly. Feeling a bit woozly.
Was there a parent-teacher conference? Yes, there was. Okay, chalk on the board. Here's how you pronounce the name. And look, Ron, there's early memories that are formative, and it teaches you from a young age about how to stand up and advocate for yourself. And those are great memories. And one last one that I'll share was driving home from Kalina, and you playing Chris DeBurge, Lady in Red, and telling me how important it is to talk to a girl, to compliment a woman. And I'll never forget that. And those were early memories that shaped who I am today.
At least you had a ride home.
You had to walk home. That was before I had all those points deducted.
Oh my God.
Points.
Greg went to Disneyland because he never was docked any points. Ron went to Disneyland. I did not go to Disneyland.
Actually, purposely lost
the middle
points so you
school
have
sent you
100.
to Disneyland if you didn't lose any.
Any
Points.
merit points.
in
I think
America.
you lost all your points like within the first week or
I
something.
didn't. It's tough. Dad, when I think about you, I think about work ethic and all that it's taught me and your sons. I'll never forget you guys. My dad coming home from a business trip with his 3-piece suit, and I'm looking up at this guy like he's a god. And just watching this and hearing him talk about his meetings and about all the work he's doing, I'm like, oh, if I could just be like that, that'd be great.
Thank you.
I think some of that probably comes from growing up on a farm, and we're just now unearthing some of the stories that came from that, right? There's some
To be continued.
there's some Herbie Frostshire stories, but there's some real deep stories too about growing up on a farm and what that was like. And it's hard to get the stories out because there's a lot of tears involved, but I'm sure that's where it comes from. We're not growing up on a farm, but I think the work ethic translates to all of us. And like Ron said, there's deep talks over the camping trips, over the trips to Grandma's house, your love of nature, your love of family. It's all shaped who we are. And most of all, you've demonstrated what love is through action throughout my life. Standing by my side when I had my surgery, when I was in college, throwing up all over the place. And you're the last person who would stand for that, but you're right there. And when I was having some work challenges a few years ago, my dad drove, and mom, 8 hours to have a cup of coffee with me at Starbucks so he can talk me through it. That's love in action. And I think this trip to Italy is a great example of that, because you both could have been in Patagonia enjoying some time by yourselves looking at the mountains, but you decided to cancel that and host us all for this week. And I think that is also love in action. So thank you. I love you both very much.
Thank you.
And now I get to turn it over to the next generation. To Megan. No one mentioned Grandma's cooking or my mom's cooking. We talk about it all the time, just not in front of you. So Megan,
Okay.
please come up. Oh, there you go.
All right, guys. Let me pull my notes up. Okay. Thank you for making my
the camera.
words so huge.
Yeah, they're so big. I had
Okay.
to adjust the font size.
All right. I met Dick and Sherry when I was 19. To completely age myself, that was 30 years ago.
Hard to believe, huh?
Not crazy.
That's crazy indeed.
Dick and Sherry and the whole extended family have been my family for so many years that I can't remember a life without them, and nor would I want to.
Thank you.
The relationship between us wasn't always easy in the beginning. I was not used to a large extended family who was very involved in each other's lives. That's just not like how I grew up. I come from a small family, 4, and we don't have much of an extended family. We have family friends. So it was different for me. But over the years, I came to appreciate how very much Dick and Sherry loved our family, and how they would do anything in the world for that family. And that included me, and it still includes me, and I feel it. And what it feels like is having a warm blanket of protection around you all the time. And I have always appreciated it and loved it more
Thank
than
you.
I've ever told you.
Thank you.
Dick and Sherry were there for us in a huge way, with Ava and Elsa and Violet and Preston. When everyone was saying, "Oh my gosh, you guys are having triplets, you're gonna die. Oh, it's gonna be the worst. How are you? You're never gonna go anywhere again. This is like, how are you gonna do it?" Dick and Sherry were like, they thought it was the best.
It was the best.
They thought it was the best. And let me tell you, I needed somebody to feel like it was the best and give me that kind of positive reinforcement and that love and that, like, this is going to be great.
Ron and Greg did too.
Well, but we did
For
it
sure.
together.
They did.
You know,
For sure.
we did
the
it
family.
together.
For sure.
The A team, B teams.
I'm getting there. Don't give away my whole speech.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
So anyway, when the triplets were born, Dick and Sherry drove 8 hours to see us on a monthly basis to help us with all the kids.
We'd stay a week.
Yeah,
at
they
a
would
time.
stay, and when Chris was out of town, they would drive up, and we would have Team A,
Team
B, and Team C. And who was your team?
I
Dick
think-
was
Violet.
Yeah,
Dick
Violet.
was
And you were Team
Um,
B with
Elsa.
Elsa, and I had Preston,
Preston, because
because
he
he
was
was nursing. And so anyway, that's how it worked. Anyway, my gratitude for that help during that very stressful time it will just be in my heart forever.
Well, it goes both ways.
So the point of my story is that I love you guys very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I couldn't ask for more loving and supporting in-laws. Thanks for being the second set of parents for me to teach me about the importance of family. And thank you for doing this trip. You know, this has been really special. And we couldn't have done it without you. So,
Truly our pleasure.
yes. So love you
Yeah.
guys.
Thank you.
All right.
Wow. So we are doing this in some kind of
Birth order.
descending
Birth
order.
order.
Arbitrary
Well,
order.
kind of. Okay.
It's in order.
I've been getting emotional listening to everyone else. Okay.
Well, the Woolseys are known to be a bunch of crybabies.
I was like crying during my dad's.
Uh,
All right. So first off, just wanted to take a moment to express how much both of you guys mean to me. Grandma, I appreciate how much you have always taken the time to reach out to all of us and make sure that you are connected to each and every one of us. Talking with you is easy. Whether we gossip about what's going on in our lives or we share photos of our kitties together. I'm extremely grateful for the bond that we share and the love and support that you give.
Thank you.
Papa. Papa, I feel like I've learned a lot about you on this trip. Good and bad. Papa, I've always looked up to you, and you've always provided some of the greatest life advice. My story revolves around stocks, specifically.
early on, yeah.
Yeah,
it's true.
so specifically, I have a memory in high school. I was in my economics class. We were each given $1,000 of fake money to spend on
In class.
Yeah, in class on real-time stocks.
How we're doing?
Yes. So I know now a little bit more about stocks, but at the time I knew nothing at all. So naturally, I went to Papa. Papa had helped me pick out each stock and explained in great detail why he was picking each stock to me. And by the end of that month, I ended up winning my class competition.
Well, I got lucky. I really got lucky.
Grandma and Papa, I love you guys so much, and I really appreciate the
we love
time and
you too,
effort you guys put into
Thank
planning
you.
this trip, and
You're
I
welcome.
hope that we can do this in the
Thank
future.
you. Thank you. Oh boy.
Okay. Big A. Get in there. Right here? Yeah, you're
Okay, you're good.
All right. So, in reflecting upon memories of my whole life, I kind of came to realize that my memory is horrible of my childhood. This is awesome.
Sorry.
Yeah, thank you. So I specifically started to look at kind of these last 10 years of my life from high school and onward. And one of the things I realized that there's been, or with my life, there's been a lot of inconsistencies with, you know, all the different states I've lived in, the different jobs, the different dreams and whatnot. And what I kind of realized is that one of the few constants has been you two, with the love and the support and the phone calls with the atrocious happy birthday songs and the,
We tried.
yeah, those letters from Santa.
Yeah. Hey. Santa's retired. Leave him alone.
The letters from Santa.
Yeah. Although he may make an appearance.
I'm still waiting on that. But your guys' love and support, you know, throughout, and your guys' investment in us has been just nothing but inspiration for me to continue working hard and pushing forward through everything, through all the uncertainties, and more than that, it's also been like a comfort to me to know that no matter what happens, I'll have you two just always here to support, not just me, but everyone.
You will. Always.
And of course, I know Ron already thanked everyone, or thanked you guys for the trip on behalf of everyone, but I also feel the need to thank you, not just because we're in Italy, but because it's a chance to kind of like reconnect with family that we don't get to see, or I don't see often enough.
Yeah.
So
I agree. I agree.
for that, thank you, and
You're welcome.
I love you.
I
Love
love
you
you.
too. Good job.
Love you too.
Nice dress. I like it.
So I wanted to share some of my favorite memories with you guys.
The very first thing that came to my mind were examples that kind of show how you guys were always reminding us to enjoy the present in different ways. The first thing that I thought of was we used to take Bailey and also Katie later on to the park all the time, right by your house. And I have this memory of Papa telling us to lay down on the grass and close our eyes and just kind of listen to the sound of the trees.
The poplar trees.
Yes.
Yeah, that park.
Listen to the trees just kind of rustling together in the wind. And we all, us three and Sophie, used to just lay in the grass and do that together. And it's something that I still do today when I'm like at the beach or on a hike or at a park. And it just always makes me think of you guys. And on the same note, when we're in the car, Grandma would always tell us to close our eyes, put our hands in the ceiling, hold our breath, and make a wish.
Oh, yeah.
Every time we pass under a tunnel. Which is another thing I still do today, and I make Corey do it, and I make all my friends do it too. But I love that memory because you guys kind of just taught us to just slow down and really enjoy the present moment and just appreciate nature and life in general. And I could also get into a million examples of this, but you guys just made visiting your house the most fun experience ever. Making our Mishimiga smoothies, and camping in the backyard, and taking the little bubble gums in Papa's office, and just talking to all of our cousins on this trip. It's so cool that we all share the exact same memories, and they're all super special to all of us. And the last thing I want to say is just thank you guys for putting together this beautiful house and this beautiful trip for us. You guys went above and beyond and are truly just the best grandparents in the whole world.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow.
I am very emotional, so I'll probably cry during this.
You gotta scoot in.
Am I in frame? Like Brianna said, it is really crazy how many of the same memories we all share, and it's the most beautiful thing, to the point where Brianna and I have been arguing this whole trip over who gets to present which memory, because all of them are exactly the same. But I don't know, I definitely love you guys so much, and I wanted to share with you guys just the most amazing things I think each of you have really taught me. Papa, shared memory with Brianna, the trees, and just how to listen to nature and use that as a space to just heal and be present and not take everything so seriously, and just know that learning how to love nature and learning how to be loved by nature. I feel especially when we did the base camp of Mount Whitney and Brianna and my dad were sharing a tent and you and I shared a tent, and you said you were going to bed about 3 hours before I crawled into bed. I just stayed up outside watching the stars in the campfire, but when I came into our tent, he had unzipped the top part of the tent so we could see all of the stars, and I got in and he was still awake. And you stayed up with me all night and you were just telling me about all of your travels and about what to look for in the stars and all of these stories that I don't know, whenever I'm having a hard time, I find my way back to nature and the trees, and I'm always thinking of you, and especially that memory. And everyone also said, yeah, he's gonna snore so much, I don't hear you snoring. No, I loved sharing the tent with you, I always will. Grandma, I feel you really taught me so much about cooking. Really,
She taught you about cooking?
She did.
Are you serious?
Everything to know about Jell-O.
Stand corrected.
No, but unconditional love. I mean, I think as much as everyone can remember, I had a little naughty period where I was always grounded, always had my phone taken away. Grandma would say, "Where's your phone?" I'd be like, "Oh, I don't have it, Grandma." And I contemplated sharing this for a while because I know what happens in Westlake stays in Westlake.
Yeah.
But one of these times when I was grounded, no phone, I think it'd been a while, and I was at Grandma's house, and she goes, like, why are you always in trouble? Like, what's going on? And we had some small talks about it, and then you shared with me all the times that you had gotten in trouble with Hermie and Marshy. And all the times that my dad had gotten in trouble, even Greg and Chris, mostly Chris, actually. I realized that so many things that I had done, everybody had also done, and I had been so hard on myself that year. And I don't know. It was just so sweet, and it was just a memory I'll never forget. Like, Grandma, you gave me so much love during that time. You kept calling me and just like letting me know how much you loved me and how much my world wasn't ending because I made mistakes. And yeah, to this day, like with everything I do, I never worry about like any of the love I'll receive from you, and it makes me always just want to be better because I want to be everything I can be for you. Because I want you to love me more. I don't know, but you really changed those years for me and made me feel so seen. I love you both.
Thank you.
SL.
Oh boy.
Hello.
What would you announce your name, please?
Danielle. I'm really nervous. I've been, having nightmares about this for me because I really don't like speaking in front of people.
My apologies.
Yes, thank you. But I am so happy and so grateful to be here with my whole family.
Yeah.
You guys have always just been responsible for bringing the family together. Sun River, Cabo, Thanksgiving, all the holidays, and I'm super grateful for it. Especially this trip, I've bonded so much more with all of my cousins, and I can't even explain how happy I have been on this trip.
Good. Good. That means a
Papa,
lot.
You are just the most interesting person I know. What else to say that? I've just learned the most random things from you, and also just important things. Like, when you used to take care of us when my parents were out of town, you would print out this recycling and give us a long lesson on recycling. And yeah.
And the 10 Commandments.
The 10 Commandments, which I forgot, but
yeah.
They're important. And Grandma, I love you so much. You are beautiful, amazing. I love that we can bond over our animals, our cats, and I love you so much. I love when you would take me to get my nails done when I was younger and sleeping over at your house. Like, I have some of the best memories at Grandma and Papa's house. Best night at Grandma's, truly. Like, I have a shirt that says there's no place like Grandma's. It should say Papa's too.
Yeah.
It's so true. I love it. Like, getting in trouble playing in like the bar area when I was kids, playing Barbies there.
You were waitresses.
Yeah. And I'm super grateful that you guys inspired me to travel. You guys set aside some money, I think, when we were like younger in like that account, and I used that to travel and see some of my best friends. And I'm so grateful for that. You guys inspired me. You gave me the travel bug, and now I'm giving it to
Looks like Grandma grand time.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good.
So I love you guys. Thank you so much.
I love you too. Come on.
All right.
It's your turn in the hot seat.
Okay. Well, like Alex said, I also have a terrible memory of my childhood. I don't know where I got that from.
It's Mom's fault. Sorry.
Mom's fault. Okay. So I guess I'll just kind of go through some highlights that I remembered. Like Danielle said, whenever you babysat us, you print out this entire thing and you gave it a whole, what felt like an hour lecture on recycling and throwing trash away and just all that stuff, is always great. And
sorry.
I enjoyed it. And whenever we ate food, you always made sure that we only took what we can eat.
Yes.
And that was a big one. Next train also on not wasting any amount of food.
And I don't know why I'm remembering this now, but I remember I went camping with you once, and I did not like it. I can almost guarantee that, mainly because I was a kid and probably wanted to play video games. But now I can definitely say that inspired me now to be just loving of the outdoors. I love the outdoors. I want to do like every national park. That's a big dream of mine, and I think you're
it's a good
motivator
goal.
of that.
It's a good goal.
Grandma, I love how I feel like I can just call you whenever I want, and you'll answer, and I can talk to you. I know I don't do it a lot, and I'm sorry. I'm not good at texting or calling anyone. Believe that, and I just love that I know that I can do that for you. And like Danielle said, that fund that you set up for all of us, that's helped me a lot of stuff. It paid for my nurse assistant school, paid for a lot of trips to see my amazing girlfriend, and just kept me afloat when I didn't have a job for all those years and times, and I really appreciate it. And like everyone said, thank you for this, not just this trip, every single Thanksgiving, Mother's Day, Father's Day, any sort of get together or gathering, it's all centered around you guys, and just thank you so much for that. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Beth.
We need to learn more about this fund.
Yeah.
The fund.
Just not like an inheritance that was due us.
Oh, boy. Maybe you'll just trip it. Hi, Elson.
Hi. I got the emotional trait from my dad, so I might cry as well. But like everyone else, I want to start off by thanking Grandma and Papa. It's really given all of us a chance to reconnect again. We all live in different places, don't get to see each other that often. Just recently, I went through a breakup and everything ended up being okay, but right after it happened, I got texts from both Grandma and Papa, and it kind of made me realize, like, I have two grandparents who will always be here to love and support me, and that's something that not everyone has, and I will forever be grateful for that. Papa, since I was a little girl, you have called me Hollywood. I remember you coming
Well, I
up
don't
to
know. Maybe there's something to do with the drama.
No, I actually remember you telling me that it was because I reminded you of an actor that you saw in Hollywood. But since then, you have called me Hollywood. Like, every time you speak to me, it's Hollywood. And that name has become, like, a small comfort to me. It brings me, like, just a little sense of comfort. And every time I see or hear that word, I will think of you. A couple days ago, here, I was sitting on the couch, and you came up to me, and you said, "You are so beautiful." And those 4 simple words really made my day. And then for the first time that day, I looked at myself and I felt beautiful. And
You are.
so I just wanted to thank you for that. Grandma, I just hope one day that I'm able to scratch my kids' and my grandkids' backs as well as you scratch our backs. I don't know if there's if there's magic in your nails or something, but and I want to make them feel as special and as loved as you make all of us feel. Making ice cream, playing Paquino, playing with Lincoln Logs, Thanksgiving dinners, Santa letters, playing in the bar with Violet. Those are all things that I will cherish for the rest of my life that wouldn't be present. Those memories wouldn't be present without the love of my 2 grandparents. Sneaking around the house with my siblings to try and steal gumballs from the Papa's office. I remember that like it was yesterday. But yeah, I love you guys so much and I am so grateful.
Thank you, honey. Tough crowd.
Hello.
Hello, Violet.
So I just want to start by saying thank you so much for inviting us. You guys could have been here just the 2 of you and had a nice time, but you invited all of us, and you guys worked so hard, so hard, and so thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
Papa, your letters, your birthday letters, but more specifically your Christmas letters from Santa, they were so amazing and would make us laugh so hard, smile ear to ear every time, and love him so much. and Grandma. I remember that one time we were all out to dinner. You were babysitting us and we were all out to dinner, and I was being really naughty.
Oh my God! Is this the letter I think?
Yeah. Yeah, and you made me write a letter of apology.
What can I just interject before you go? So we have the kids out, and we're going, and Chris and Meg are out having a good time and
Out in the
playing,
country
and we've got the kids, and they have decided that they're going to do what they want to do, come hell or high water,
At the pizza restaurant
regardless of
across
what we say. And so they all came unglued, and we're trying to manage this process. But this young lady was really on the top of her game. And Grandma pulled her aside and lowered the boom.
I have that letter.
And how do you have the letter?
I have it.
Do you have the letter?
Yeah, she starts out, I really don't want to write this letter, but I have to. Okay, go on.
I remember the letter. I said, I'm sorry I was so difficult because you're too old to handle rowdy kids. Every once in a while it comes up at family dinner and makes us all laugh so hard.
It does.
You guys are the most selfless people. You guys are always thinking of others, thinking of all of us, always reaching out. And I appreciate that so much. That makes me feel so loved and so happy. And
You are.
I just love you guys so much.
Love you.
Thank you, honey. Thank you.
I know. Everyone.
So I just wanted to start off by saying how much I love you both,
You love me
and
too.
how grateful I am to be on this trip with all my family. I think it's the third whole family vacation we've been on. We had Sun River, Cabo, and I especially have a specific memory I wanted to share about Cabo with Papa, but we'll get to that later. And I'm just so grateful to be here with my whole family, and I wanted to share a couple of specific memories with Grandma and Papa, and I've an infinite amount of memories at your guys' house. I could go on forever about that, but I wanted to share about all the wooden structures we would make Papa.
Yeah.
They're all scattered around my room now.
Do you still have them?
Of course.
Yeah.
Never gonna get rid of them.
Wow.
Yeah, but all my friends come over, company comes over and sees them all the time, and I get to share the story about how me and my Papa made them together, and it's just really cool because, I mean, they're very neat structures, like, and we have these big planes.
Cars.
Yeah, super cool, and I'm very grateful to have.
It was a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
I think we should continue doing that, but.
We did a lot also with, we transitioned from taking blocks of wood and creating things, cars and trucks and stuff like that, but we also...
popsicle sticks.
Popsicle sticks, yeah.
Okay.
Am I supposed to talk? Well, I'm going to.
No, this is Preston's speech afterwards.
Well, no, I just want to interject, but we did the popsicles, and that was a blast.
It was a blast.
Yeah,
You taught me so much about all the tools, and it's crazy that we made all those with popsicle sticks. I have about 9 mini planes that are just popsicle sticks. It's great. And I also in Cabo, I fell down and I hurt my knee, but Papa just knew how to cheer me up, and he gave me half of a Pacifico beer. We sat down and
always works.
We sat down in the room, and I guess I was feeling a lot better after that.
You were really feeling better.
Yeah, thank you for that, Papa.
Yes, you bet.
I love you very much.
I love you too, honey. Yeah.
And Grandma, I specifically remember there's so many things that we used to do at your guys' house, but we played Pequeno. The Pequeno games were always so much fun. Me, Elsa, Violet, and games would get pretty intense, and we would take Katie and Goldie on walks almost every single time we went over. Not as much anymore, but I think we should start doing that again. And I just love how I love how I can always call you, and it's kind of a theme with all the grandkids. Everyone, you guys are just always there for us. I can call you no matter what, and you'll show me so much love all the time. And I love you guys for that. I know that you guys will always be there for me, no matter what.
Yep, always.
I'm going to try and get better at my texting, responding to texts. I know that's not great. I'm pretty bad at that, but I'll get better. And I love you both very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Not a long story by any means, but it meant a lot to me. So I wanted to talk specifically about a moment we had when I was going to propose to Shannon. And I started looking for rings, and I was struggling a little bit and still looking by the time we came around to Thanksgiving. And while I was over there, while not keeping it so secret, Grandma and Papa brought me up to their room, and they gave me the rundown on the ring they wanted to pass down to me to propose, and it had belonged to Papa's Uncle Jack, or Uncle Dick. Mm-hmm. And he told me his uncle was proposing. He told Uncle Dick, and he gave him the ring. And then when I told Papa and Grandma that I was proposing, they brought me upstairs to do the same for me, and it really meant a lot, and kind of solidified that, you know, I was welcomed into the family. And just wanted to say that I appreciate you guys so much for trusting me, not only to propose with such a precious heirloom, but allowing me into this family and to take care of your granddaughter. So I love you guys so much.
Well, we love you too.
Hello, everyone. My name's Sarah. Anyway, so I've been dating Alex for 5 years, 6 in September.
Wow.
Super cool. Wow. And there's 2 specific memories I wanted to talk about, and it was when we were living in Slow was the first one. And I think it was just me, Alex, Greg, maybe Danielle and Danny. We went to Santa Barbara to eat breakfast with you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
which we've done a couple times, but this time I think we were late, and we came in and you guys were having a conversation, and I remember I just walked up and just joined your conversation like nothing happened. And you talked to me like I had been there for the whole time, and I feel like that speaks to the greater community of this family, which I came from a very small family that didn't really talk to each other. It was just me and my mom, my stepdad, so I really thought that was nice. Yeah. So, like, being able to do that with you guys makes me feel super comfortable, and I just love, like, this perspective that you guys give me.
Good.
So, I really appreciate you guys for that.
You're welcome.
And the second memory I have is when, during this last Thanksgiving, I made you guys brownie cookies. And I gave them to you, Grandma, and you ran away with them.
I did. I did.
And you hid them in your...
I didn't even share them.
So I'm going to continue to keep bringing them to you, and I just love that memory.
Yeah.
And I still have jam on my list of things to bring you guys. So
yeah.
Thank
the
you
best.
for
Thank you.
giving me these amazing memories.
Yeah.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Be a
Yeah,
lot
I
more.
hid them right away. Nobody had them.
I'll make you more. So yeah, I love you guys.
Thank
we
you.
love you
too.
very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, it's me now. Okay.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Come on
Well,
up.
you know what? I have to say I'm a little bit nervous because I'm going last year, and in a lot of ways I'm kind of rounding out this incredible week with all of you guys. And I just want to say that I'm so grateful. I didn't know what to expect when I came on this trip. Right, I've never been on a Woolsey trip. We started this on a trip up to your house where we got to watch a video that you guys put together from a past trip.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting down on the couch and people were kind of leaning in. They're like, Corey, there's something in this video that's going to be really cool. You're going to love this. And everyone kept saying this. And as we're watching this video, it was a video that Chris put together. And the video starts, and as it's playing, all of a sudden we see the alien spaceship fly across the sky. And I was like blown away. I was like, oh my gosh, look at the work these guys put into this incredible family trip. Yeah. And that kind of set the tone for, I think, what is the theme for this week, which is just cherishing those incredible memories. And I saw that video and I saw all the incredible memories that you guys shared as a family and how much you guys cherish that. And I think that's so important because, as Megan kind of said about her family, a smaller family of 4, I kind of grew up with that same smaller, tight family. We went on incredible experiences. We did a lot of incredible things, but it was a much smaller family, and I don't think we got to have those same experiences as a large family. There's just so much more that you get out of having experiences with so many incredible people. And I'm just so grateful for that in this weekend. So as I go into kind of some of my memories here, I want to start by saying that as we came to this trip after a long travel day, as I said, I didn't know what to expect. We sat down at this table outside, and we were all at the table about to enjoy an incredible meal. And Papa, you came up and you poured a glass of wine and you tapped on your glass and you started off by saying that you made this incredible binder about all of the things from the event, the itinerary, the travel information, from the phone number for the vans, all of that. And when I saw that, I just thought, wow, like, look at the work and the effort you put in to this trip. That must have taken you days to get all that information. And the thought that you put behind that, I think, was an incredible memory for me because it's something that I appreciate so much about that. So, and then you said at the end of that speech, you said, all you're going to be able to take home from this trip is your memories. And that really set the tone for this entire trip. So as the trip progressed, I've had an incredible weekend. I think there was a moment when you opened up about your father, losing your father at a young age, and I think that was really emotional for you. And you know, I know that was really tough for you, and growing up on a farm and how much work ethic and work you put into your family, it really shows. It's just really inspiring for me, and I know for everyone here. Yeah, and then so my final memory was with Bree. I think today, this morning, I sleep in a lot. I've been sleeping a lot on this trip. It's been crazy. I feel like I sleep more than I do on most trips. So I want to apologize to the family for the amount of naps I've taken and the amount of breakfasts I've missed. But I will say there was something good that came from me missing breakfast this morning. As we laid in bed, I was laying in the bed, and we could hear everyone downstairs making noise and talking. And as we were laying in bed, Bree said to me, she goes, I can always hear the sound of my grandparents' voice out of everyone talking downstairs. It's weird. She specifically said that. She can hear your voice. And then she says, I don't know about what it is, but growing up, when I hear their voice, there's this sense of comfort and love that I get when I hear their voice.
Yeah. Thank you.
And then there was a pregnant pause. We all kind of just listened as we were listening for your voice. And she said, I love my grandparents so much.
Well, you qualify as a crybaby.
That's what I get for not getting enough sleep, man. I get cranky. And then, she just said that she loved her grandparents so much just because they're like a second set of parents to her. And I've been inspired by this trip to work harder with my family, with my grandparents, and to constantly work to appreciate them more and more every day. Wow. So thank you guys so much for this incredible trip. We love you guys so much.
Thank you.
It's an honor to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Love you.
Oh boy.
Well,
all right.
We all gotta.
Wait, real quick.
Yes.
Who needs a little wine?
Me.
A lot of wine.
All that was on camera.
Just a drop.
You guys are awesome. That was so great. Okay.
You're not getting
So-
a chance to
Okay.
Yeah. I was told not to soft close.
Yes.
So
No,
That's very
we heard a lot about a lot of different things. For those who would like Grandma's recipes for salmon patties,
Thank you.
split pea soup,
For
orange
bringing up my
roughy, and
cooking.
Swedish meatballs,
Orange.
she's willing to share that with
Yes.
you. There's a lot of controversy and a lot of wonderful memories.
Call Gelson's.
You're gonna have to go to Gelson's for most of it.
Gelson's, but then again, the split pea soup. The last time I had it, we couldn't eat it because the
Couldn't
lid
get
was
the top open.
the lid was cemented to the
Like stucco.
Yeah.
to the top. But I got to tell you, it's nice to listen to everyone and talk about their memories and the impact Mom and Dad have had. And it was overwhelming for me to listen to. We all have our memories. Corey being really the newest one of the family, is hearing that was just kind of overwhelming. I mean, just to see, they may not be directly some of your parents or grandparents, but the impact they have had on your lives. I mean, you're all family, and to have everyone come together like this, and not just talk to Grandma and Papa or Mom and Dad about what they mean to you, but to have us all together as a family, to bond the way this whole entire family is bonding, to be able to go do the things we do, to be able to play football in the pool, to be able to do things that we used to do as children. And we're all adults doing it again. That's family. Mm-hmm. And that starts with these two. Mm-hmm. So I love you guys so much, and thank you for this experience.
Thank you.
Wow.
You're here.
Cheers.
Well said, Greggy.
Last thing, let's just say, I think out of all the things we've done as family, small, big, large, this event, which was Chris's idea, was the best thing I think I've seen and felt since we've been doing anything together. So,
cheers.
Yeah,
thanks. Cheers, you guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey guys, I'm going to just share a couple thoughts, and one is you talk about grandparents and so forth. One day, you guys will be grandparents, and you will certainly relate even more than you have now to having them. We had Marcia and Hermie growing up, so to speak, in our
Poppy and Grandma.
And it is amazing, and I just, it's hard for me to conceive that we could have this kind of an impact on anybody, and if we have a tenth of that, then we're lucky, and I just can't tell you how fortunate we feel to have this family. A lot of our friends, when we told them that we were planning a trip, and
21.
it was going to be with our entire family, and we were going to go to Italy, and they all kind of looked at me and said, this guy's out of his wacko. I mean, that's not going to happen.
Mazel tov.
Ow, are you okay?
I'm good.
What is that?
A glass.
Broken glass.
Continue on that.
And, they just said under no circumstances will you guys be able to do this. And yet, through our perseverance and our love for family, and I think that's the basis for all this, is our love for family and the continuity that we want for our family to be part of that and to grow that is I just sometimes scratch my head and have a hard time believing it's all about it. But I look at you guys and I can only tell you that our life is richer.
Because of all of you.
Yeah.
Because of all of you.
Mm-hmm.
All of you.
Amazing. And I can't believe I'm 81, but I am on some kind of a threshold, I think. Maybe it's a diving board. sorry. A little gallows humor. But the fact of the matter is, this life that I've had, and to hear you guys reflect back on pieces of it and so forth, it just amazes me. And I can't tell you how privileged we are to be part of this family. It's just been amazing. And look at here. I mean, we pulled off something that nobody thought we could. And let's have all of us together by hook or crook through some near misses with planes and all sorts of stuff going on, but we got here, and we've had this extraordinary time together to share some wonderful food, some wines, and the good and bad and the ugly wines. The ugly. and to just, it's hard to believe we're coming to an end, but what a wonderful way to do that. And I'm hoping that somehow, some way, we'll be able to cobble together another time where we could share these moments together and yet new stories and things that we've all created as we grow. So
Spain 2025.
We actually had a fourth family trip when we went to your house, and everybody
we
stayed
did.
on the beach.
Yes.
And Elsa and Violet had to move to another room because Papa was snoring.
Yeah.
And
That's right.
Huh?
That's right.
Yeah. So we did that trip.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
went wine tasting and
Yeah.
and your
Oh, the
parents
wine
your
tasting.
parents were there.
Right there.
Yeah.
we got a van. That's right. I forgot about that. We got the van, and
Well, the kids didn't go wine tasting. They were little tinies.
Yeah.
so guys, I just want you to know how much we not only appreciate this, but how much we love you, all of you.
All of
Me
you.
too.
It's just been an amazing journey, and this is certainly a highlight for me, and I know for Mom too. So thank you.
To Mom and Dad.
Mom,
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, you guys.
And safe flight for everybody tomorrow.
Thanks, guys.
Safe
Thanks for
flight.
putting this together.
Well done, you guys.
I mean, really.
Pass the.
I'm gonna take a little chicken.
Where the Were you wrong about the other day?
Yes. Thank you. All right. Who wants chicken?
Oh God, Greg.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
It's good wine. Whoa.
Large. How'd that taste?
I'm good now.